Next, we're going to take our t-shirt to the ironing board and prepare it. First, you spread it out nice and even. Try and straighten it out as much as possible, trying to get your image not kittywampus. And then we're going to use the spray starch and give it a good starch. We're going to rub the starch into the fabric so it doesn't just sit on top and flake off. Looking good. Then using the pressing cloth, oh yeah, that's on another step. Okay, keep going. Pressing the starch in. Then we're going to give it another dose of spray starch just to make it nice and firm. Did you rub it in? You want to just take the camera? Next, we cut out the interfacing for the back. She's got a sort of a bumpy side that's got the glue on it, and then a smooth side for the back. I'm going to line that up right at that edge. Center it on here, flatten it out. Looks pretty good. And then I'm going to cut this off. I don't know how square I am, but I'm going to just cut off this bottom hem. We want to keep this right up to the top, so we have as much room at the top of our image as we can. There's usually plenty of room at the bottom. And I'm going to take this ruler, I'm going to line it up. I checked his nose is in the middle and his point's in the middle, and we'll even it up here on my ruler. It's 16.5-inch ruler, so at 8 1/4 would be the center. I did have marks on here that went away, but line this up and run your soap or your chalk along the sides, and then look at it and see if it makes any sense. It looks a little too far this way to me. Do you think so, Jenny? Yes. All right, so try again. I'm at 1.5 and a little bit, and I'm at 1. There's 1.5, 1 3/4. That's about 1 3/4. So sometimes when you line them up in the center, it just doesn't look good. Now we got 2 chalk lines here, so it's going to be hard to see. You could get one wet and it'd pretty much go away. Which one's the real one, Jenny? This one. This can go. You could get it gone if you wanted to. That looks better. It's the outside one, isn't it? No, I'm not so sure. 1 3/4. Yep, the outside one. We'll finish it up. We'll make sure it's good later. But the point of this is that I'm going to cut the excess off so the adhesive isn't sticking out. And I just want to make sure that I'm not cutting off too much. So I'm cutting off outside both lines. And I know I'm covered. Being attacked by the interfacing. So the next step is to iron that on. And Jenny will show that to us. You want me to do it? All right. Pass the water. According to the instructions on the interfacing, it says to use a pressing cloth, a damp pressing cloth. Well, we're going to pretend the shirt's the pressing cloth. Sort of. And I'm using this Teflon sheet because I don't want that to get stuck on my iron. I can see that there's a little adhesive sticking out there. I'm going to cut that off. So there's no chance of that getting stuck on my iron. And then we hold for 10 seconds. Move to the next spot. Hold for 10 seconds. This is the best part of the whole thing. Not. 10 more seconds. slots, Jenny? No, she knows no slots. This is the part where you talk your friends and run over and help you. Or you talk the person who owns the t-shirts into doing it. Check to make sure that it did in fact adhere on. It's not loose on the edges. It's a little loose on that corner. That's going to get cut off anyway, so it probably wouldn't matter, but I'll give it a little extra juice because I don't want it peeling off. Looks pretty good. Next, we're going to cut it to the right size. For this quilt, we've decided that we're going to have all of it in columns that are 16.5 inches wide, but they'll be variable lengths depending on the design of the t-shirt. Checking on my ruler, 1.5 to a little bit there, 1 3/4. 1 3/4. His nose is on 8 1/4. I don't know, it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to make an extra good line this time with the soap so I can see which one is the real line. Oh yeah, we'll be able to see that. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to put this back down on here. And then using my other ruler, holding this one in place while I line this one up. Move this one away. That side off. Turn it around. Square it up. Another ruler on there. Do this top, I'm going to get as close to the edge as I can to keep that space there, top of the design. Lining up along the sides so it's perpendicular. Square up the other end. Like I said, we don't know how long the rows are going to be, so we're just leaving it long to start with. I'm just squaring up the end. It might get cut back once we try to level out our rows or columns. There it is. The square is ready to put in a quilt.